play this record as frequently as possible.
Yeah. the
Yo,
actual stream.
yo,
Uh,
how is everybody doing? What is up? What is good? My name is Silvers, if you don't know already, and I'm. There's no One Piece chapter today, so what we are doing is, I believe this is number 4 of the Sniper Island sit down, or technically number 5, because I had a one-on-one discussion with JD Legend about a chapter, but regardless of that. Now, to anybody in the chat wondering about where the What If Ace video is, it will be up after the stream. I'm having some internet problems, so I'm done. I'm done with the video. I'm done. Like I'm actually done. I don't want to throttle. I don't want the stream to go kind of stupid. So what I'm doing is I'm going to stream and then I'm going to upload. I'm going to upload and render the video onto YouTube and put it up after the stream. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today we are here with a lesser known YouTuber actually, who I believe has been in the community for a fair bit. Loner, I've seen your name around like quite a bit, right?
where?
Like you,
Yeah, like I've been everywhere, uh, but see, I would probably say people like to not let me be known, but I've been like around for a long time, so I'm kind of like the unofficial official supernova.
but yeah, all right. I'm here with the Loner 23. You got to add the. It's like a pimp named Slickback. You say the whole thing. And
And the catchphrase, have no fear, the owner's here.
have no fear, the Loner is here. And we got a couple topics to discuss today. One of them being, if you haven't seen the title already, Carrot versus Yamato, the potential for joining the crew. Um, all of the races. The other topic is all of the races and their connections to the Void Century. All of the other races being the Giants, the Minks, the Skypeans, the Fishmen and Merfolk. And since we're pretty much
If you
already.
want to, oh, like, not to cut you off,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Silvers, but if you want to have like that to be the last topic, the carrot versus Yamato thing, you can, because I feel like both of us have like strong opinions on that. So
Oh yeah. I feel like mostly how this goes is we're going to hopefully we're going to trail off into branching topics a lot during this whole thing. So we're either gonna circle back to it or it's going to go off into something else that I'm pretty sure we both have pretty strong opinions on. But like I said, Kara versus Yamato, the potential for joining the crew, the different races and their connections to the Void Century, and seeing as how we're already pretty much talking about new crew members, new being with that being the argument of Carrot or Yamato. I just decided to cut out the whole "who do you think is going to join the crew next" section of this of the entire Sniper Island sit down. And lastly, next arc predictions, because I feel like the whole discussion on how do you think the climax of Wano is starting to get played out to the point where it's pretty much becoming predictable. Everyone is giving their opinion to the point where somebody has to be right at this point. It's not like when we
yeah,
were in early Wano and we didn't know if we were gonna fight Kaido by himself. We were gonna separate him from Big Mom and take Big Mom out first and come back to it. But that's how things go. That's how it is right now. We're starting to near the climax of Wano. If anybody hasn't read chapter 1,000 yet, and you're waiting for the official to come out, I urge you to, just cover your ears for like 2 seconds.
right.
Luffy and company made it up to the top of the skull, and they're about to fight Kaido and Big Mom. So, and now everybody who's who's waiting for the official, you can come back now. But yeah, so let's just open it up. Loner, seeing as how there are only really two main topics for this, I'm gonna let you start off with the topic that you want to start with. The Void Sentry, Carrot versus Yamato. It's up to you.
Um, I- like the let's start with the ancient kingdom probably.
All right, so
Yeah, 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 it seemed like a good start off point.
all right, so you brought this up to me as a topic that you wanted to discuss. Like you wanted to discuss this yourself. So I'm assuming you already have some kind of an opinion formed around it, or at least some kind of theory on it, huh?
Like, I was gonna make a video about it or whenever, but I've been procrastinating on it. But and so like, but it kind of had like certain ties to like Joy Boy and how like Joy Boy he was a giant, and so like the Elbaf Giants, I believe, is gonna have like some kind of conquerors of hockey, and
Some type.
so and so like that's how Luffy is gonna improve his conquerors of hockey from the whole like eh, Elbaf Giants uh, thing, and so I was correlating that with Joe Boy's a giant and how like he basically defeated like the people who was trying to oppose him and avoid century. So that's why the 20 Kings had to basically come together to beat him. And so that was kind of like my connection with the ancient kingdom and Elbaf and conquerors.
So you think Conquerors isn't just uh something that specific people were born with. It's more so a product of the giant race.
I mean, I believe that that people like can be well born with it. I just believe that Joey Boy like could have been the first conquerors hockey user.
Joy Boy being the first Conquerors hockey user.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had ideas similar to that being, you know, however devil fruits are produced, they were pretty much a cheat way to attaining a certain power that you would have to work for, with the exception of, you can't go intangible without a devil fruit. You can't turn your body to rubber. Um and when instead of training for all of that, devil fruits were pretty much a shortcut to get to that power. Like, let's say, like, take Kinemon for example. He can generate fire from his swords. My idea is pretty much anybody can do it, and it's not just a sword technique. You can generate, if you I from a lot of different manga that I've read, they've always come up with different explanations on how certain characters are able to do certain things. There's one series that I read called Hell's Paradise, where the main character, he's a ninja, and he can literally generate flames out of nowhere. And the way that he explains it is, excuse me, you raise your body temperature until it ignites the oils on your skin. I thought that was a really good explanation. And in One Piece, I'd like to think of it in a way similar to that, whereas, you can condition your body to do some of these fantastical things. And devil fruits were a way to cheat and get to these fantastical feats without having to train. But then, mankind or whoever, or yeah, mankind fought against whatever mystical being or whatever decided to create devil fruits, and they developed hockey in order to counteract these devil fruits. And then the war just continued to go back and forth from there. That's pretty much how I think hockey and devil fruits are supposed to go against each other, and how the origins of them came to be. But as far as the giants and the minks and all of these other races and what part they may have played in the Void Century, I like to believe that, I agree with you that they did have some part to play, and Joy Boy being a giant, I wouldn't disagree with it, because the silhouette that we've seen of him, speaking to the previous Poseidon, the previous mermaid princess, he was a fairly short person, and I'm just gonna take that as, if he was a giant, I'm just gonna take that as he was a small giant, because there are giants who are the size of, massive humans. Look at Bastille, the guy with the mask that Sabo crushed in Dressrosa. Excuse me. So Joy Boy being a giant, I'm not gonna disagree with it. I can't say I agree with it 100%, but I can't really disagree with it. There's just not enough information on him to really assume his race. Not trying to sound like an SJW, I'm trying to assume your gender. Right. But yeah, it's not. We really don't have much information to go off of to assume his race. But the part that the rest of the races played, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Ancient Kingdom was made up of the D clan. The Ancient Kingdom was probably made up of the D clan, or the world was united until a certain group got greedy, whether that was the D clan or the other races. I would like it to be the D clan that were the bad guys in that situation. It would put things in perspective.
So do you believe it could have been the Marshall D's?
Say it again.
Like, the Marshall D's, the Blackbeard's lineage family.
In all honesty, I never really subscribed to the theory that Blackbeard is from a line of evil people. I think during the Void Century, like I was saying, I would like it for the D clan to be the bad guys in this situation, and rally the other races behind them, the giants, the minks, the fishmen, the Skypeans, and all that, in order to try and take over the world, because like Doflamingo said, they are God's natural enemy, and over time the dynamic kind of shifted from the D clan being the bad guys to more of the world government being that opposing power that nobody wants to be under. And I think it's kind of an interesting narrative.
Because like, I believe either like he could have, like, I mean, I don't want to say that all of his, like, lineage is evil, but I would say, like, it's some of his family probably have the traits to where they could possibly do some underhanded tactics.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that Blackbeard comes from a line of just like good, like all around good-hearted people. I mean, that just doesn't seem logical. Either they were good people who were involved in, no, I can't even say that. Either they were horrible people who were involved in a horrible situation to where Blackbeard was abandoned as a kid and just left on his own because they were killed, or they were just pieces of shit and they abandoned their kid, and that's where Whitebeard found him. Or the popular theory about Blackbeard's immediate family is he's the son of Rocks, but the names don't line up. But at the same time, who knows? He might have his mother's name. I mean, we didn't know Kanjuro was a Kurozumi until recently, and there's still the whole Weevil thing that's going around. We still don't know if he's actually Whitebeard's son or not. I'd be happy if it turns out Marco
is, though.
I would like it if Marco is actually Whitebeard's biological son and he just didn't know. Marco knew. Marco may have known, just didn't tell him. Why? I don't know. It's just some stupid fan fiction shit that I like to think of. My fan fictions suck, by the way. I have them all written out and they all suck. Rockstar in the chat, yo, we got a lot of people taking sides here. Yo, Joker, you are going to lose your mod power, bro. Kinemon over Ace, that's disrespectful.
They saying.
In the chat, he said Kinemon over Ace. That's super disrespectful. I got a lot of people taking sides. Team Carrot, Team Yamato, Team Vivi. Team Vivi, she's already a straw hat, bro. I mean, I can't disagree with that. Can't disagree with Vivi. She is technically a straw hat. She's just not with the crew yet. There's a lot going around with Vivi right now that we just gonna have to wait and see, especially given the events of the Reverie, especially given the events of the Reverie. But as far as the going back to the original topic, as far as the Void Century goes, again, I still don't think that we have enough information to really speculate on what went on, how things tie together. But we do know one thing. It involved the 20 or 21? I think the 20 families, the 20 original families that started the world government, which include the Nefertaris. But for some reason, the Nefertaris left. Well, for some reason, the Nefertaris didn't want to go up the living Mary Joie. The Don Quixotes used to rule Dressrosa before they ascended. Fucking, I hate Doflamingo so much. It involved the D clan, which given Luffy's quote unquote ability and with most of the D's that we've seen, the ability for them to gather people around them and to just bring them in. I could imagine the D clan having rallied all of these different races together and rallied them together, and that's why the 20 families started the alliance to team up against them. To team up against this massive alliance of all these different races, and maybe that's what really kickstarted the racism and fear against all of these other races. Fishmen have diseases and all that. It started from the war in the Void Century, and like a lot of stories say, history is written by the victors. And seeing as how the world government is standing right now, we can assume that the world government are the ones who won are the ones who won that big world war in the Void Century.
Okay, so question. Like, well, like, how can I say this? Okay, so can you hear me more clearly now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh wait, now it sounds like you're mad far away.
Can you hear me more clear?
Yeah. You're just breaking up. You're just breaking up a little bit, but it's fine.
Fix my mic.
Joker, I have no idea why there are so many Carrot fans. Once again, I blame Rogers Base. I blame Rogers Base for the upsurge in Carrot love.
Okay, now can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the question, do you believe that there is a devil fruit tree in Mary's Joa?
No. I do not subscribe to the theory that there is a singular tree that is spawning a bunch of magic fruits that fall in one place for the world government to get their hand, for the world government to just sit under and pick whenever they choose. I don't think that's how devil fruits are spawned. I don't like the idea, because that gives devil fruits a singular source, and and that source can be destroyed at some point.
Okay.
I like the idea of devil fruits being a magic power in the world, and I don't think that we need an amazing, like, some crazy origin to it all. Because in all honesty, the origin of chakra for Naruto, in my opinion, it ruined part of Naruto for me. I don't need to know how every single ability in this world came to be.
Okay.
The Void Century, as far as we know, the Void Century is not the furthest point in history. It's not the furthest point. It's not the furthest back that we can go in history. It's just a point in history that all records were wiped from. There is history before the Void Century that they do have. Because remember, back in Alabasta, when Robin was reading off that poneglyph, lying
Yeah.
to King Cobra, she was listing off all of the previous kings that came before Cobra, and she was listing some, I believe she was listing off some of them that went back further than the Void Century.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
I just yeah,
the
I just change over my mic. I got my good Wi-Fi on now, and I'm in a quiet place now.
oh yeah,
Okay,
you're not breaking
so
up anymore.
okay, so okay, so um so are you aware of the old hype hunter theory?
Say it again.
The old hype hunter theory
The hype
to
hunter.
where yeah, like it's an old well theory. I just kind of like broke it up and just added on onto it to where like basically the devil fruit tree is in possession of the world government. That's and so well that is why I like well they have amongst well the strongest devil fruits, and so that's how like they can have like logias and yada 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 to choose from, and so basically they have the devil fruit tree, Joy Boy having the Conquerors hockey, and the because it had like something about he was just so powerful at the 20 kings had to come together and like except the martial deeds or whatever betrayed and joined the 20 kings, and like that's what I was trying to speculate on earlier.
The
Well, but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
uh yeah, and so that's why I was kind of going to like make the speculation of the ancient kingdoms possibly had every race that like Luffy came across, like the Tontadas, the giants, the fishmen, eh, fishmen, and like so forth. And so his promise correlates with that to where he was friends like with the fishmen, and he was going to build a Noah, except the 20 kings are like was opposed to all of these, I guess species trying to join in this community that we are accustomed to, and so that's the whole disagreement came about because Joy Boy he was trying to be friends with like all the other races, and then the Goros say was like basically the five generals who like who was basically, um, I want to say descendants of the people who was in the war. I
So
could,
wait, so let me
like, I could,
so let me
could
ask
possibly
you
correlate to that, but yeah.
let me ask you this: do you think the Gorosei are immortal, or were they? Do you believe that the Gorosei, the five Elder Stars, do you believe that they were actually in the Void Century and somehow, some way they were able to live this entire time, or are they just privy to all of the information that has gone through the Void Century and they just choose to keep it out of the world?
Uh, I wouldn't be opposed to that, for the sole purpose of the time fruit, and so, but no, I personally don't believe that, well, they are immortal. I believe that they could be descendants, uh like from the whoever,
From the Void,
the
they were
people.
descendants from people in the
uh,
Void Century.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Now
I
it
can get
could be
behind that.
plausible. It could be plausible, like to where uh they are immortal, but the one Gorosei, he looked kind of young, and so it's like,
You mean the one that everyone at one point thought was Sanji's father?
yes, Sanji's dad. Oh
Sanji's
yeah, he
dad,
looks kind
Gorosei.
of like young, and so it's like, no, I don't believe they're immortal just just on the strength of that. But yeah, like, I believe they could be descendants, like how the celestial or like dragons are.
Yeah, 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 yeah. My only thing about the Gorosei is that what if, even if they are descendants of some of people from the Void Century, so are
Yeah,
the Celestial Dragons.
yeah.
It's just that what gives them the authority, what gives them so much power that it puts them directly in charge of everything above the celestial dragons' heads. What makes them so special that they themselves are, I'm guessing, are the only ones who are able to know about Eam and his whole goings on. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I apologize about that. Ugh.
It's all good, man. Well, trust me, I had the same problem earlier.
Yeah, family issues, people screaming.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Wait, even
Well, that's
Silver's
why I had to
Discord.
come in the room.
Things common with the. Wait, hold on. Even Silver's Discord outline. outlines why
Yeah.
Yamato has a lot of things in common with the show. We'll get to the Yamato discussion in a second. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
get to the Yamato discussion in a second. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Gora say is just it's just I'm wondering what gives them the what gives them the authority that puts them over everyone else and puts them right in line with excuse me, that just puts them right in line with Eam. And why are they the
Well,
only ones who are able to know of his existence and take orders directly from him? That's the only reason
well, I
I'm a little
could.
curious about where they're from and like what their actual allegiances are.
Well, I could say, possibly just lineage. I mean, boy, you can have inheritance and be like, hey, carry on, like this power, and
But yeah, but why? But what lineage are they from? Who are their ancestors who are more important than any of those 20 any of the descendants of the 20 kings that started the government that now encompasses and controls the entire world? That's
well,
my biggest question when it comes to the five elder stars. And what and
I would say like to like expand like on that old theory, possibly the it it correlates like to the moon, because like it could be some like moon people that like came to to the the sea, and so whoever like formed the ancient kingdom, and then like during the whole war, could have been some person, or a collective came like to the agreement, and just was like, hey, since these people, whoever won the war, are the head of everything, and from years on, well, their children's children is just, well, gonna like take charge. And so that's what I kind of like having
so like a royal line
some like head can.
so like a
Yeah,
royal
yeah,
line,
yeah.
but instead of ruling a kingdom, they're the servants of
Everything.
the empty throne king.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I guess I can actually see that as a possibility.
Yeah, like
I can
kind of
actually see that
like,
as a possibility, especially given the descendants of the 20 kings, or 19, since Vivi isn't a celestial dragon. Given the fact that they
yeah,
are as incompetent as they are and as spoiled as they are and pieces of shit as they are, I don't
yeah.
think that they'd be too too happy about finding out about some all-powerful king who sits on a throne that every single one of them was denied. It's like, especially given the fact that growing up, every one of them was told, you can have whatever you want, there's nothing in this world that you can't have. And for them to be told, no, you can't have the empty throne, and then find out that there's actually a king sitting on that throne, I don't think that the celestial dragons would be too happy about that. And then
Yeah,
it
like,
caused a lot of uproar and possibly another war. Obviously, Eam would win because he has the power over everything. But yeah, it makes sense why Eam
yeah.
is being kept the secret, but at the same time, why not just take complete command over everyone? You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that, since it's um like, the government can hide everything, and like cover up everything, it like, the Gorsei could have that, secret bloodlines, to where the only people that know about the top of the line royal blood headline is just them.
Yeah. Uh, the theories on Eam are interesting. I just hope that he's not a Kaguya type character.
Now
You know what I
him,
mean?
he could be like, from the moon or had some type of like role in the ancient kingdom, possibly. We don't really have like, next to none info, evidence, connection. So like it's just solely head canon, just for now. But if he did have a role, I believe like he could have been, the traitor who betrayed the ancient kingdom to help the 20 kings win, or he could have been the person who put the Gorosei together.
I can see it. I definitely could. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities when it comes to Eam and his whole role in the story. I just hope that the possibility that Oda decides to go with is not him being some all powerful, I am the person who planted the devil fruit tree bullshit, and
Yeah.
he's like a god character that Luffy has to overcome in the end. That's just something that I'm not looking forward to if that is the outcome. Because
Right.
in my opinion, Kaguya was probably the worst part of Naruto.
Yeah. Right.
Like
Right.
if she was introduced properly and built up a lot more, then yeah, I probably would have enjoyed her. But no,
Yeah, like
the
yeah, like she just came out of nowhere.
and there's still people who will argue you that she was built up properly. The Sage of Six Paths was built up, and everybody has a mother. So yeah, but there was nothing to indicate that his mother was as strong as she was. And
Right.
if you're reading Boruto, then you know exactly why I'm even more angry, given the lineage of the Otsutsuki. It's
Right. Right. Right.
absolute garbage. But hold on, god damn it! It's always when I start doing something that people want to start texting me, want to start calling me. Hey, what you doing? Yo, I'm on my way. Let's go out. Nope, not doing that. So phone's off now. All right, all right. I think we've covered. I think we covered the void century enough so far. Damn, it's already been almost an hour. Goddamn.
Yeah, like
Damn, time
hey
time
man,
really do
ancient
fly,
kingdom. Hey, ancient kingdom.
bro. Time really do fly. Like I ain't even gonna hold you. Um, again, for anybody who don't know who this is the Loner 23. He's One Piece
Yeah,
YouTube.
so
He's a YouTuber.
yeah,
You know what? I'm
so
gonna let you
let me
explain.
reiterate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna let
yeah,
you go.
yeah. Okay. So basically I am the loner 23. Have no fear, the loner is here. I I am not new. I have had reveries, which is called the Underworld Brokers. You can check that out on my channel. I've interacted with numerous people in the community. I have uh, had some questionable takes and hot takes. I have been on Brago stream, Captain Allen stream. I've been on Dustin stream, numerous YouTubers.
Oh
I'm
damn!
just
So you
trying to
actually have been around.
yeah, like and I just think that I'm trying to get more like notice and like um cause yeah, cause like people know who I am, but they like choose I don't want to put no hate out there, but it's like certain people like to not acknowledge me for like some reason, and I don't like get it,
I
because I
don't.
support everybody in the community.
I guess those hot
And
takes are too hot for some people,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, like, and yeah, like, and so it's like I've had a couple r- run-ins with certain people, but I'm just cool with everybody and everything, and so like, I just try to hop in or stream when I can, and so I, I don't actually do reactions per se. I should, but I don't. But I do movie reviews. Certain reviews I do on the chapters. I have discussions. I have podcasts I haven't done in a while, and I'm hoping to be more uh, like consistent, and
be
so
more
like,
be more active
yeah,
in 2020 and 2021. Oh, I said 2020. Be more active in
yeah,
2021, huh?
yeah, but and I also have a Discord and everything. So
If you haven't,
whoever,
if you haven't,
huh?
if you haven't already, Loner's channel. As a matter of fact, I need to put your channel and I need to put your channel in the description. But his YouTube is literally right over there, like right there, right next to Smoker, the Loner 23 on YouTube. Go sub, go
Yeah,
sub, chat it up with him.
yeah,
Find out everybody's hot. I feel like people should find out everybody's hot takes at least at least once or twice. Talk to people in the community
yeah.
just to get their opinions, because it's always good to have an extra perspective. Just to have a perspective on certain situations. But
Yep, and so check out the Discord. It's also, well, it's actually called the uh, the Loner Pirates. My Twitter is Loner 23. Just DM me if you want uh the Discord link, and also a special thanks, because I would not have almost 60 subscribers if it
hey,
wasn't for Captain Valen and
hey,
Dustin. So
hey,
just a special thanks to them, and also Morgan the God, who created my Discord, and Lone, Espada, and Black Angel Katakuri, and everybody in my Discord. So I just want to thank everybody who helped me along the way.
hey, help this man get to 500 before, let's say, before the summer.
I mean, I'm not gonna go like that far, but I mean, 60 is great.
It's a
Cause,
milestone, bro.
yeah, yeah, cause I could have zero right now.
Oh, absolutely. My first channel before it got shut down, I think I was streaming Gone. I think you were there. I think you were one of like among the first people gone. How many streams did I have before I finally hit 12 subs?
Yeah,
I
like,
think it took me like 6 months before I finally hit 12 subs. Before
yeah,
I even
like,
got to
cause I
100.
mean, as long as I've been around, I should have, like, way more than I have, but it's just like how the active is the channel and everything. So like, I'm gonna get there soon.
Bro,
I'm gonna get there.
you're talking to the absolute right person.
Right.
I I have been so inconsistent and lazy when it comes to uploading
Oh man, tell me about
that
it.
it's not even funny. People have been telling me like like they're disappointed that I'm just now hitting 1,000 subs. They're super disappointed. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here happy and excited that hey, I finally hit 1,000. People are cursing me out, telling me I should have been hit 1,000. But hey, that's the way
Man,
that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. It is what it is. But moving on to the next topic, the one that everybody in the chat is seeming to take a side on. Thank you to the 21 people who are in here, by the way. Everybody seems 21. Everybody seems to have an opinion on it. Everybody seems to have a side. Carrot versus Yamato. The new crew member discussion. Everybody on my channel knows I love talking about new crew member possibilities. I have my own fanfic crew that I just throw people into. Sometimes I don't even want them in the crew until somebody suggests it, and my imagination just keeps running wild until I just can't not put them on the graphic. So it is what it is. But Carrot versus Yamato. Now, before we start, I feel like I should reiterate my stance on this. It's not that I do not.
Because I heard, like, I was in the chat, because, like, I was like, man, I have to talk to this man. I have to talk to this man. But yeah, continue.
All right, go on. Shut the hell up. Silvers does not love Carrot. Silvers has a unique stance on Carrot, whereas I don't dislike Carrot. No, I don't hate Carrot. I don't hate her character. I hate the idea of her character sticking around forever for the simple fact that, one, she's just a female chopper. But it all stems from my time on Oral Jackson when back in Dressrosa, when we cut over to Sanji's group fighting off Sheep's Head, and we see a mink peeking from around a tree, and a certain YouTuber, we're not gonna name them, Rogers Base, and as soon as that certain YouTuber, Rogers Base, not gonna name any names, Rogers Base, instantly said, that's the new crew member. That's the new crew member. And as soon as we got to Zoe, the first person we see, aside from the monkey, can't even remember his name, but aside from the monkey, is fucking Carrot. And she dodged one of Zoro's draw attacks, and she went to hit him, he blocked it, and he was shocked that Electro popped out. And again, not gonna name any names, Rogers Base instantly said, that was the girl peeking from behind the tree. That's the new Nakama. Carrot is cute. Carrot joining makes so much sense because marketing reasons. And then when I go on Oral Jackson, everybody's regurgitating that exact same reason. It'd be good for marketing to have her join the crew. You don't need to make Carrot a member of the crew to make a goddamn plushie. Okay? The marketing thing makes no sense. Rogers Base and Tekking is a furry. Okay? Tekking, love Tekking to death. But he's a furry, and Static, you're absolutely right. It is partially Tekking's fault, but most people were regurgitating Rogers Base's reasons. So the short of it, I don't hate Carrot. I just don't think she's gonna join the crew. I don't want her to join the crew, but I do think that she does have a high chance. Okay? We're going, and that's where I'm going to leave that at for right now. Loner, please, for the love of God, explain to me why you believe Carrot is going to join the crew. For the love of King God, you need to break this down for me. Go.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
So I was quiet. So yes, I would like to have Carrot join the crew. Carrot is not just a female chopper, because.
Oh really?
Yes, but okay. The person peeking from behind the tree.
That was Tristan. That was Tristan.
People thought that it was Carrot. I was about to say that that was Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan, the squirrel nurse.
Yeah. And so, yes, Carrot it is quick and fast. She she is arguably stronger than the weak trio. She speed blitzed an entire fleet. Granted, that they were just standing there,
Oh yeah, and
but
I'll give Kara that feat. She speed blitzed.
but
She speed blitzed
yes,
an entire fleet, and even though it
speed
was
blitz
fodder, it,
while fighting off a commander level
whoa,
caliber
whoa,
caliber
ooh.
character. Yes, I will have some hot takes, but yes, Daifuku is arguably a commander level character, and she all all while speed blitzing the fleet, dodged him, and the plan was to get away. If she had to fight Daifuku, she would have.
Okay, now
She
let me ask you a quick question before you go on. If she had to
okay.
fight Daifuku, would she have won?
We don't know.
No, 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 no. I'm not asking. I'm not asking what we know. I'm asking your opinion. If Carrot in Sulong form would have had to fight Daifuku in that moment, would Carrot have won? Because we saw Sulong Carrot clash with the genie, didn't we? If I
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, we saw her clash
Uh
with the genie, and they were pretty
she
evenly matched.
clash with them. I I believe I believe Dulong can hang with a commander, so like it could have went.
You mean like the army of Sulongs
It could have went
who are
to
you mean like the army
it
of
could.
Sulongs who are arguably better at controlling their Sulongs and lasting longer in their Sulongs than Carrot is, who got fodderized by Jack and his fodder?
See, but the that's a whole another. Uh, see, Jack, he got jumped, and so
No, 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 no. It wasn't
and
just
so it's
Jack. It
like,
wasn't just Jack. It was Jack and his fodder versus Nekomamushi and Inuarashi and the entire Mink army. The Mink army
well,
the Mink army got KO'd and knocked out. Now, yeah, you can make the argument that Kaido was there too. Kaido helped. Okay, I'll give you that.
yeah.
But even still, some of them didn't come out on top. Some of them didn't survive.
But you could also blame that on like Otis part two.
What do you mean?
Well, because you know how certain people say, for instance, Carrot didn't didn't need Wanda to like go up against Peril Sparrow.
Whoa, wait,
But
wait, whoa, whoa,
but
whoa, whoa, whoa.
but but Oda put her with Wanda.
Are you telling me that Carrot could beat Peril Sparrow?
No. I'm saying Oda could have just put her one on one, but
Yeah,
but
but
you know
then it
he
would.
chose to put let's see he chose to like take the other route.
Yeah,
Oh
because
no, I'm gonna put
If he
what?
put Carrot against Peril Sparrow by herself, she'd lose. Carrot cannot take on Peril Sparrow by herself.
But she clashed with arguably third, fourth commander level character, and so she could have.
She clashed with him. She didn't beat him. She didn't show signs of being able to beat him against Peril Sparrow, somebody whose candy walls were damn that took even Luffy to use Gear Third to break through or Red Hawk to melt through.
Okay, so arguably uh, arguably Luffy loses to like a bunch of people the first time he come across him. So so you can't like really say him
No,
because
Luffy
he
didn't
just.
lose to Parasparrow though. Luffy moved through all of his candy walls.
Oh
He
well,
broke it took it
I'm not saying lose. Like I'm just saying, well, like struggle. He always like struggles with everybody though.
Yeah, and against Parasparrow, he didn't. It just took Gear Third in order to break through his candy walls. Something that Carrot does not have. Carrot does not have the capability of breaking through those candy walls. And he was able to keep up, and he was able to keep up with Pedro, Carrot's mentor, who I think we can all agree Carrot is not stronger than Pedro.
Mm,
Are are you
I could
do you believe
I
are
could see that. I could see that.
Carrot is
Well, but
not stronger than
she
Pedro?
uh, oh no no no. I'm saying she can grow to be stronger.
Yeah,
See
I'm not
see
arguing
now
I'm not
here's the
arguing that
thing.
she can't I'm not arguing that she can't grow. I'm saying right now, as of this point in time, Carrot against Parasparrow, if Oda would have put her by herself against Parasparrow, she would have lost. She would lose. And that's why Oda put her with Wanda. Because in no logical sense does Carrot beat Parasparrow by herself, even in Sulong.
Now I don't know cause like her speed could like easily she could keep up with him.
Pedro is
So
already a naturally fast person, and he got in close to Parasparrow and blow himself up, and even with that,
see,
Parasparrow was
but
able to protect himself.
Pedro, he was just trying to blow himself up on like everything anyway.
And
So like
another and
he was
another
trying to
person
blow him. He
and
was
another
trying to
thing.
blow himself up against Baron Tamago. So it's like,
Yeah, and I was just about to bring that up. Parasparrow being as fast and nimble and as great of a swordsman as he is against Baron Tamago, he was not. They were going equal. And would you say that Parasparrow is stronger or equal to Baron Tamago?
like I would
Is Parasparrow
say like
stronger
he
than
was
Baron
equal to
Tamago?
him.
You're saying Parasparrow is equal to Baron Tamago?
Oh no, I was saying Pedro was.
No, I'm asking
Oh
you, is
oh no,
Parasparrow stronger than Baron Tamago?
uh I would say Paris Sparrow is, yeah.
Okay. And if Pedro was going equally with Baron Tamago, and how do you think he'd fare against somebody who's stronger than Baron Tamago?
But it also comes down like matchups because Carrot could have like
No.
something.
I'm talking about Pedro.
Oh
Pedro against Parasparrow. That's arguably an even worse matchup for Pedro. Parasparrow has his candy that he can harden to ridiculous strengths, and he can make it sticky. So that's
yeah
stopping his speed and everything. Same thing goes for
yeah.
Carrot, except the difference between Carrot and Pedro is that Carrot punches and uses Electro, whereas Pedro, he uses a sword and Electro. And
See now.
Static. I know Luffy used Gear second. He used Red Hawk to melt through Pedro's candy wall. I'm talking about when when Luffy ran away from Katakuri and ran into Big Mom inside one of the towns. When Parasparrow was there, he put up a candy wall to try and stop Luffy, and Luffy used the Gear third without Haki in order to break through it.
See now. I could possibly say that like Carrot could have learned from like Pedro's like battle, and then she could have like pulled out something extra that or we haven't seen.
Okay, but that's going
So
off. That's going off of ifs and
I mean,
maybe.
it's head canon.
Yeah, that's going off of ifs
Yes,
and
it's head
maybes.
canon. Yeah,
That's going off of
but
ifs and maybes, and on top of it,
but
Carrot
it's
didn't
not out the
see.
possibility.
It's it in some cases it is the fight against Tamago. Carrot did not see any of that fight, and even if she did, Pedro was doing nothing spectacular. He was swinging. He was using a sword, which we already know. Carrot is not adept. She's not adept. She's not adept at using a sword, which is why Pedro gave her those gloves, and he was using Electro, which she already knows how to use. The only time that when only thing that Carrot saw of that entire fight with Tamago is him pulling out dynamite and lighting it, and then they reached out, grabbed him, and saved his life. After that, they were all running. After that, the only thing that she saw Pedro doing was running, and then he ran back to stop Perospero and blew himself up. There's nothing that Carrot could have learned from Pedro in Whole Cake Island that would give her a tremendous power boost that would make her so much stronger that she is now able to 1v1 Perospero.
I mean, I wasn't trying to say she was going to just flat out one shot like I was just going off of the strength of she could have something like extra she could have possibly like pulled out as like a different like tactic or some kind of something that like she can trick them with, but you seen how quick the minks can basically like be, and so she could have easily quickly just scratched his eyes, and he couldn't use his candy wall, but
Okay.
instead
Okay, but look,
it was
right now they did scratch his eyes, and it's not just Carrot who did it. Wanda did it
it
too.
was
It's
Carrot
and
Wanda.
and he can still see, and he's still capable. And wait, who just said that? Shonen Punch, yes, yes, Sulong Carrot over base Pedro. That's obvious, but I'm gonna bring that back up in a second, especially like given the fact that Lona said that she's not just a female chopper. And I know I'm over exaggerating when I say Carrot is just a female chopper. I am. I'll admit that I'm extremely over exaggerating. I really am. But
because Chopper is just
a reindeer who ate a human fruit.
Deer. Yeah. And Carrot is a whole mink.
Okay,
and so,
okay. Tell me the difference between Chopper and a mink.
One is actually a race, and
no. I mean
considered race.
Yeah, one is a race and one is
Chopper is just random.
I'm asking you, look at Chopper and then look at a mink. What is the difference between these two? If I just put Chopper in front of you and then I put a mink in front of you, would you be able to tell the difference between those two just by looking at them? Would you be able to? Would you look at Chopper? Would you look at Chopper and say he's not a mink?
Of course, not. But minks can actually talk.
Chopper can talk. Chopper because of
the devil fruit.
Yes, because of his devil fruit. But that devil fruit essentially. No, that's not okay then. Because of his devil fruit, it essentially turned him into a mink. It turned a reindeer into a humanoid animal. That's all the minks are humanoid animals. The only difference between Chopper and the minks is the fact that the minks can use electro. And even still, and even with that, we don't know how it's produced. Personally, I think it's produced by their fur. It's static electricity amped up to the max. It's just it's ridiculous amounts of static electricity, which I think Su Long form furthers that point, because when they go Su Long, we see that their fur, they get like tons more fur, and their electro is amped up to 1,000. I think that any Zoan fruit user that has fur on them is capable of using electro. It's just that nobody has ever taught it to them. No mink has ever given out the secret of how to use electro. And given that given Chopper's relationship with the minks, I think eventually he's going to learn.
Was it ever stated that that the minks trademark is electro?
The only statement about minks and electro is that when Carrot attacked Randolph, she knew he wasn't a mink because he couldn't use electro, and that's because all minks know how to use electro from birth.
Okay, so.
But even that,
So,
that comment is up in the air because we've never seen Beppo use electro.
Z-Boy 2000. Carrot is not beating Chopper. Chopper got fodderized by trees. Carrot is not getting fodderized by trees. Okay, continue.
The seducing woods was a plot device.
Yeah.
Carrot
Chopper
Carrot got caught by, if you want to get technical with it, Carrot got caught by a bunch of mirror animals inside Brulee's house.
Yeah, but at least it's like, Brulee's power is not
the seducing woods,
just some trees.
The seducing woods is literally meant to divide people up, get them lost inside the woods, and then overwhelm them. That's the entire seducing woods.
Yeah, but he was saying, well, Carrot is losing to some trees. No.
Archelian Carrot would definitely sell more merchandise than Yamato. Okay, that might be a given, even if that is fact. What does merchandising have to do with putting her as a main character? You can still sell merchandise of a character without them being a part of the main crew. Don't believe me? I have a law figure right there. He's not a Straw Hat Pirate. He's the captain of the Heart Pirates.
So
you can have them in the story for an extended period of time without them being a part of the Straw Hat Pirates.
So you don't think that Luffy's crew would have diversity?
I do, but
okay,
at this point,
how would a human with a devil fruit joining the crew?
Chopper is in every way except name a mink. He is a humanoid animal. That is literally what the minks are. Humanoid animals. Chopper is a reindeer that ate a human. Chopper is a reindeer that ate a human fruit, and now he can stand upright and he can talk. He literally turned into a mink. In his hybrid form, Chopper is a mink. He just has way more transformations than a mink, and on top of it, his monster point, he can use more than a mink can use their Sulong. Carrot joining the crew, she can only go Sulong once a month for less time than Chopper can go monster point.
Okay. And then Chopper turns monster point and still can't even handle his opponents.
Yeah, Chopper was clearing out scores of fishmen in Monster Point. He was, and I don't know if you remember, but fishmen
and he loses to trees.
And okay, Carrot lost to mirror animals. Animals that just look different.
With Brulee's power.
Brulee's power does nothing but change the appearance.
And so you can argue her power.
No, Brulee's power literally
amplifies.
does nothing. Brulee's power does nothing but changes their appearance unless it's mirroring back what you're doing. If you throw a punch and she puts up a mirror, that punch that you're throwing comes back at you. Okay, all we saw was Carrot being captured. And she was surrounded by a bunch of animals. No, it's not harder. No, it's not
hard. It is harder to beat yourself.
It's
harder to beat yourself.
Chopper lost in the Seducing Woods because the Seducing Woods' entire purpose is to confuse and overwhelm. That's what they did. Hell, even Luffy got overwhelmed at one point. Overwhelmed at one point. So are you telling me that Carrot...
Luffy always struggles with everything. Every arc.
Nami got overwhelmed.
And she's weak. She's supposed to get overwhelmed.
So would Carrot beat Luffy and Nami? Because you saying that Luffy always struggles with his opponents at first. That's just using the plot as an excuse for something. I could use that same excuse for anything. You saying that Luffy always struggles with his opponent. Okay, that literally means absolutely nothing. It really doesn't. Carrot doesn't always struggle with an opponent. As a matter of fact, who has Carrot beaten aside from a bunch of fodder standing on the ship?
Oda hasn't.
No. I'm not asking you what Oda. I'm not asking you what Oda has done.
Hasn't given her a.
No, I'm not asking you what Oda has. I'm not asking you what Oda has done or what is possible or what could happen. I'm asking you what has Carrot done.
Okay. She hasn't had a full-fledged fight.
What has Carrot done? What has Carrot done so far that puts her so much further ahead than anybody else? Story-wise, combat-wise, anything. Because on the Momonosuke side, I would say Carrot 100% has way more combat, 1,000% way more combat ability than Momonosuke. But his potential for growth and the story potential for Momonosuke is way higher than Carrot. Yamato, way more, in my opinion, way more combat feats, way more combat potential. She one-shot a character that Luffy compared to himself. Luffy himself said these guys are just like oars from back in Thriller Bark that it took an entire crew to fight, an entire crew plus 1,000 Shadow Luffy to beat.
And Frankie beat one.
Frankie beat one because, like Luffy said, we're stronger now. And Carrot,
that's not saying anything.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yamato No, wait.
Is supposed to be strong.
No,
Yamato is Kaido's son.
Frankie didn't even beat one.
Supposed to be strong from jump.
And then,
Yamato is supposed to be strong from jump. She's Kaido's son. If she's not strong, that would make Kaido look kind of questionable.
Yamato being weak
has
is
no supposed bearing. To be strong because he's Kaido's son.
Yamato's strength has no bearing on Kaido's strength.
Her one-shotting a number who was questionably oars doesn't really say anything. I want to see her your argument other than one shot a giant, which giants are fodder.
Okay, I want to see Carrot do something aside from fucking electrocuting a bunch of fodder and tearing the steering wheels off of ships.
And clashing with a commander level character.
This Yamato one-shot a character that it literally took Nightmare Luffy plus the entire crew to beat.
So it took
the intelligence. Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Let me finish.
A number is stronger than a commander.
As far as the information that we've been given, yes, a number is supposed to be equal to or less or equal to or greater than Daifuku, who you say he's arguably third commander level. He's not a third. He's not a commander. He's not a sweet commander. All he did was show up and he did some stuff. He's not a commander. Because if that was the case, when Snack lost his position, another commander would have been promoted. Oven or Daifuku would have been promoted to sweet commander. But seeing as how they didn't, seeing as how they're not sweet commanders, you cannot put them on the level of the sweet commanders. They were able to do some things. Yes, they were able to do some. What do you mean? What do you mean he isn't around?
He's not. So he's not around commander level.
Okay, the term commander is up in the air because one, the sweet commanders, no, Daifuku fuck no. Hell no. I don't think he can break through Cracker's biscuits. I don't think that as far as Smoothie goes, all we've seen from her is that she grows giant. So I'm not sure about
So you
Smoothie.
mean to tell me his genie can't break Cracker's biscuits?
No. Luffy's Gear 4 couldn't break through those biscuits by himself. Luffy's Gear 4 were able to break through the shields, could not break through the biscuits. The one biscuit soldier was keeping up with Gear 4 Luffy. Daifuku, I'm calling it right now. No, I do not believe that Daifuku could cut through Cracker's. I don't think that Daifuku's genie could cut through Cracker's biscuits, especially given how many that he spawns at a time. But back on Carrot, there's nothing that Carrot. Your excuse for Carrot is strong is saying that Yamato's feat of taking out a number isn't that impressive. Even still, Carrot couldn't do it. Carrot could not one shot a number.
No, because she isn't strong as Frankie though. I don't put her on Frankie's.
And that's my point. In terms of combat, Yamato is more impressive than Carrot. In terms of story potential,
isn't weak though.
I'm not saying that Carrot's weak. I'm saying Yamato is just has a better showing.
Because she's supposed to. Though.
In the 50 plus chapters that Carrot has been here, she was in Whole Cake Island to showcase what the entirety of the minks are capable of. And all she showed was, I'm fast and I can electrocute people. That was it. Yamato
and clashed with strong people.
She clashed with. Okay, if that's the case, Tashigi can beat Zoro. She clashed with Zoro on Punk Hazard.
Yeah, but we can clearly see the strength between Zoro and Tashigi.
And we can clearly see the strength between Carrot and Daifuku. Carrot can only go Sulong one time for like less than 5 minutes once a month. Outside of that, Carrot literally has nothing to her. She's fast and she can jump high.
Who can say the same thing about Yamato?
No. Yamato's ultimate technique is not based off of the transition of the moon. Yamato literally just took the mace and said, okay, while I'm falling down, I'm gonna turn around and one shot this guy that you, Frankie, inside your big giant mech that is literally your ultimate form are running from. I'm gonna one-shot them. And now Frankie is standing up against Sasaki. Yamato has literally, in terms of interaction with Luffy, Yamato is already leaps and bounds above Carrot. Luffy has shown little interest in Carrot. Unless Carrot was being hurt.
Yamato is just a blueprint for Ace, telling she's just giving us more info about Ace and Wano.
And we already okay now
and
hold on, let me
like
she doesn't know about the dump. Okay, counterpoints against those first two. The information that we got on Ace, we got all of it already. Ace came to Onogashima, they fought, they talked about Luffy and how much Ace loves Luffy, and Ace left. That was it. She's just going to gush about how strong he was. There was no more information to give. And on top of it, as far as giving more information on Wano as a country, she's been stuck on Onogashima since Odin's death. She doesn't know what Wano is like. She doesn't. She's been stuck on Onogashima the entire time.
I'm saying, like, she was just used just for us, just for clearly info about Odin's certain stuff about Odin's journal, Ace.
We got everything on Odin's journal in the flashback, though. That's the thing. We got everything on from it in the flashback. He's just
regurgitating and then trying to fill in holes for the story.
Then there's no point to that character. Then there's no point to Yamato's character. There's no point to introduce her if all she's doing is regurgitating information that we already have. Oda wouldn't introduce a character like that just to have them regurgitate information that we have, especially making her as strong as she is, and then taking away the one thing that most Carrot supporters had for Carrot. Carrot's dream is the dawn, to bring about the dawn. Carrot did not know what the dawn was until Pedro said. Wait, let me finish, Loner. Let me finish.
Okay.
Carrot didn't know what the dawn was until Pedro brought it up. She didn't care about what the dawn was until Pedro died, and even to this point, she still doesn't care about what the dawn is, or has even mentioned what the dawn was at all. Even now, while looking down Perospero, the person who killed Pedro, the person that is responsible for Pedro even mentioning the dawn in the first place, she still has said nothing about the dawn. You know who has said something about the dawn without us even having to go into somebody that she cares about? Yamato. First words out of Yamato's mouth regarding a dream, aside from the base I want to go out to see, is she wants to help. She wants to see the dawn. She wants to bring about the dawn.
And where does she get that from?
From reading? No, she didn't get it from Odin. She didn't get it from Odin. She got it from hearing about Odin, from reading about Odin. A man who is long dead. Carrot heard it from a man who was standing next to her. Who's standing right next to her, who she knew for years.
You can make the argument Carrot is going to carry on Pedro's will, and Yamato is going to carry out Odin's will.
No, the difference between Carrot and Yamato is the fact that Carrot is a part of the Mink tribe, the tribe that is supposed to be destined to bring about or play a part in bringing about this dawn. Whereas Yamato literally has no connection to this whatsoever. She's inserting herself. Based on that.
That's because she is a fanboy.
Okay, and that's the thing. If that's the case, Luffy is carrying on Roger's will because he's a fan. Because he's a fanboy.
Yeah, but
the difference between those he
wants to be Pirate King because he.
Yeah, and the difference between those three.
He believes that. See, but he didn't just get it from I'm gonna read this journal, or Oh,
You're right.
oh no,
He heard
he
stories. He heard stories
he
and met
heard
Ace.
stories about like Roger, and then he said, "Okay, I, I would like to do this just like Roger, but I'm going to do it my way."
But the difference between
So he
Luffy,
wants to be Pirate King his way.
the difference between Luffy, Yamato, and Carrot is the fact that Luffy and Yamato have no connection to these people whatsoever. They insert themselves into that and they want to follow something similar to what they did. Carrot is a part of a tribe that is supposed to be bringing about their goal in existing is supposed to be bringing about this dawn, and she knew nothing of it. She knew nothing of it. She cared nothing of it. And that's the point. And that's the point that I'm making.
Stated, wasn't it the Kozuki?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
What are you talking about? You said it was stated the Kozuki. What about the Kozuki?
Yeah, like that. Well, that was supposed to help with bringing in the dawn.
The Kozuki and the Minks are supposed to bring about the dawn. Yes, and you know who was actively trying to? The Kozuki. They were actively trying to open up the borders to bring about the dawn. The Mink tribe, they were actively trying to help open up the borders to bring about the dawn. But you know who knew nothing about the goal that they were doing? Carrot. She was just following orders because it was her job. Yamato wants to bring about the dawn because she believes it's the right thing to do. Carrot is just following orders. She has no idea why she's doing it. She's following orders because her kings told her to do it. Luffy, he wants to become Pirate King because he believes it's ultimate freedom. It's what really embodies the spirit of a pirate.
See, but all basically One Piece is people carrying other people's will, though.
One Piece is freedom. One Piece is carrying on people's wills. Carrot is a servant to two kings.
I mean, it's a lot of things, but I'm just saying, Carrot is carrying on Pedro's will because he told her. Yes, he told her, but
even with Pedro's will is to find the poneglyphs for his kings who are doing it for the Kozuki. Pedro's will is to help bring about the dawn to help his kings who are helping the Kozuki. If anything, that's more of an argument for Momonosuke rather than going down the rabbit hole, so to say, just to get all the way to Carrot.
Yeah, but it still doesn't negate Carrot on well.
It absolutely does.
Even though I'm not gonna do exactly to Pedro's will, she's going to come about it her own way.
How can you bring about the dawn in your own way when it's literally following the orders of your kings to open up the borders of Wano?
That's the same thing with Luffy. He doesn't exactly have to do everything just like Roger.
No, you're arguing a completely different point. You're arguing a completely different point. Carrot has the only way to bring about the dawn, or at least to kickstart it, is to open the borders of Wano. Once that's done, the Minks have literally served their purpose. Carrot's dream is to go out to sea. She's gone out to sea. And that's the basis for every Straw Hat to go out to sea until they establish a deeper dream.
I mean,
Usopp's original dream.
You could say that about every pirate, then.
Usopp's original dream was to go out to sea. When he met Dorian Broggie on Little Garden, his dream became, I want to become a brave warrior of the sea. Chopper's original dream, I want friends. And then he said, I want friends. I want to go out to sea. And then it became, I want to spend my life with my friends. I want to be more than just a monster for my friends. That's literally the basis for most Straw Hats. And then they establish a deeper dream. Yamato, she said, first time we met her, when we met her in the flashback with Ace, which is the furthest time period back that we have, she said, I want to go out to sea. Hell, even when Luffy met her, she said, I want to go out to sea. The deeper established dream is to bring about the dawn. And kickstarting that is opening up the borders of Wano. After the borders are open, she literally goes out to finish what Oden started, what the Kozuki started. Or hell, it's literally to finish what the Kozuki started.
Because she wants to do, she wants to carry out what Oden started, and she cares about Wano.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. When the borders open for Wano, and the dawn is and they're bringing about the dawn, and Carrot goes out to sea, what is her goal then? She doesn't know about Oden's journey. She doesn't know about anything that has to do with the Kozuki, so she's not inspired by that. And Pedro's whole thing was find the poneglyphs for my kings so they can help bring about the dawn. That means either means finding out the Void Century, which that's Robin's dream, or finding the royal poneglyphs and getting the Raftail, which that's the Pirate King. That's Luffy. So his Carrot's whole dream is to complete somebody else's dream to serve the kings. So Carrot's not devoted Carrot won't be devoted to Luffy to go to Raftail. She's devoted to her kings.
Who's to say she can't develop some kind of? And
again, you're going off of ifs, maybes, and what ifs. I'm asking you, what do we have right now that gives Carrot the upper hand in terms of story potential that makes her a good candidate? What does Carrot have in terms of story that puts her above Yamato in terms of joining the crew?
Even though she has a weak case for joining the crew, she would be a good addition. Her dynamic with the crew would fit with her quirkiness.
So would Leo from the Tontatas. So would Bon Clay.
But I mean,
there's a lot of people who have good dynamics.
So
there are a lot of people who have good dynamics with the crew that a lot of people thought would join. That's the point of being that's the point of it being called a candidate. They're there, they have a good dynamic with the crew, and people believe that they're going to. That doesn't mean that they are. If everybody who has a good dynamic with the crew join the Straw Hats, we'd have a fucking fleet by now.
Okay, and Easter eggs about her being in the crow's nest and all of that. And then
a lookout. You talking about the lookout position, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why would Carrot be the perfect lookout? Because she can jump high. She can jump high and she can see really far, right?
Oh yeah.
You know who does that way better than Carrot? Sanji. He doesn't just jump high, he flies, and his specialty is observation hockey. And on top of it, if you wanted the perfect lookout, we missed that opportunity back in Dressrosa with Viola. Another candidate that the community thought was going to
leave Dressrosa though. She wasn't.
At that time, nobody knew that. At the time, nobody knew that.
She wasn't going to leave.
Okay.
Okay,
why wouldn't Viola leave Dressrosa?
Rebecca.
Because she has a duty in Dressrosa?
Yeah.
Carrot has a duty to Zoe.
No.
Yes.
Wanda does.
No, Carrot and Wanda literally have the same position.
So Carrot can leave, and then Wanda takes over.
No, there are two of them. They're what is it? I think they're called ruler birds. They serve both kings. And seeing how the kings aren't feuding anymore, they're even more crucial because they know how to operate between both kings. Carrot has a high-ranking position in Zoe.
You can easily give that to somebody else.
You'd have Carrot abandon her country for what reason? What reason would Carrot abandon her country?
You can
hold on. Wait. Give me a second. Give me a second. My family's calling. My family's calling. Give me a second. My family's calling.
Okay.
Hey, Loner, unfortunately, we're going to have to call it right there. It's going on almost 2 hours. I have some things to take care of with my family, but everybody...
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
This was cool, man.
Yeah.
This was cool.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get to the next arc predictions. I apologize. I got some family stuff to take care of. You know, it's the new year. Crap that needs
to be continued, man.
Yeah, to be continued.
Part 2.
To everybody in the chat, thank you for coming through. Loner, thank you for coming through. If you haven't already, go to Loner's channel, subscribe, join his Discord, follow him on Twitter, and all that noise. You're already on my channel. If you're here and you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Thank you to everybody who came through. Again, Loner, thank you. Take it.